we're going to do a little interactive teardown here of some of your websites. We've had a few people submit already, but if you'd like to be added to this list, go ahead and send us your website URL here in chat. Kurt is a conversion rate optimization expert, host of Unofficial Shopify Podcast. He's been in the industry forever, and he's going to look at these websites and critique them, give you opportunities for improvement, and also tell you a little bit about what he likes, but mostly what we hate, right, Kurt? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Simple hair color and vice rays as well. Thanks again, Phil. I'm going to bump you to attendee and give me that link as well, Phil, to that ecom COVID link. All right,
Ooh,
Kurt. How's it going?
Vice ray? Ooh, vicerays.com.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, we've got some submissions here. Go ahead and if you want to share your screen and start and pull up the first one. I'll introduce you as we get that done. I kind of hinted he's the host of the Unofficial Shopify Podcast. I'll drop a link here in chat to all of his places. If you haven't heard of Kurt, it's that's I'd say like it's the #1 podcast in the Shopify space, probably in all of e-commerce, quite frankly. He's just been an icon in the industry, helping people to analyze their website traffic and figure out how to best convert. So yeah. With all that, there's the link, ecom COVID. I don't know why it didn't work before. Okay, it did work, perfect. And I'll make sure that link's in the show notes. And if you guys aren't following along with the show notes, I'll go ahead and link it again here for you. It's a good page to bookmark as it has all of the notes from this event. Might be something to go back to and look at some of those takeaways that you might have missed or gone, oh, they said something about this tool or this function and I forgot. Show notes are a great place to reference that. And all of these sessions will be available online within 48 hours. You'll all be getting an email for that. All right, Kurt, what do we got here?
Hello, Derek. All right, perfectly cromulent intro. Let's jump into some website teardowns. The goal here is to highlight examples of potentially good and bad micro elements in your online UX. And by illustrating those, we hope to give you some guidance, a clear like 10,000 foot view of your own website. Every merchant is the one person who spends the absolute most time on their own website. And unfortunately, by doing that, you develop blindness to all manner of issues. No one spends as much time as you do. So hopefully we can give you some fresh perspective here. The first site we jumped on, Vice Rays. I recognize this. Those guys have been emailing back and forth with me. They listen to my show. And they sent me a pair of these sunglasses that I got on Monday. Just 2 days ago, I got these. I thought they were cool. Nice. So I thought, I recognized it. We'll start with Vice Rays. When we land on the site, up at the top, Freudian slip there, it says free shipping and returns in the US. Okay, this is good. It's an objection buster. However, one thing we have seen in consumer surveys that Klaviyo is doing, people's #1 concerns right now is, are my goods even going to ship? When are they going to ship? So if you are still shipping and you are shipping in a timely fashion, 100% that should be the first thing in this announcement bar. Like free shipping and returns is great, but it should say, yes, we're still shipping. And orders ship out within 24 hours, whatever it is. The other missed opportunity here is a link. I click on this thing all day. It does nothing. I just send it somewhere for the person who sees that and just goes, yeah, I'm ready to buy. Let's roll. Just have it. Or the person who just taps on stuff blindly.
Where would you send them? Bestsellers?
It's going to depend on the store. Like if you're referencing a promo, send them to a collection where that promo applies. A collection of bestsellers is a really good default. In this case, they're essentially selling one product with 3 variations. So they could go straight to a product page.
Yeah.
And that's another interesting thing about this. Well, so this thing's not actually a subscription at all. It's a single pair of sunglasses. But these design elements still matter. In the upper right, we've got About Us, Contact, and Shop. Interesting. I like it, but I would still make Shop the first thing. But when you've got a limited thing like About Us, Contact, Shop. Okay, fine. Let's go with that. Scroll on down. We see the glasses made for the ride. It doesn't mean anything. It's meaningless. And then below that, then it actually explains it in the subheading. The world's first sunglasses designed with hidden storage chambers. So essentially these sunglasses are a concealed safe. The arms pop off and you could put a joint in there. Yes. For the states like ours where this is legal, this is perfectly fine. Scroll, kind of a novel.
What about that button really quick? That, to me, that Shop Now button blends right into that background picture, which it kind of bugs me.
Good call. Yeah, I would make this either, like, they've got this orange color in the logo. You could see that. I would use that, would be a better call to action color, or this gold color. We want something contrasty that pops, and you're right, it really does get buried in here. What I would kill for, though, is a background video. Because, a product like this, where it's something people haven't seen before. I mean, I certainly have not seen sunglasses that are also as safe, specifically for a joint. Never seen it. So it's, when you're in a space like that, you want to show it. And so if we had, like, here, just a 20-second loop background video, and you can embed it in your page, like a short, quick video like that, you can upload it straight to Shopify. You don't have to use YouTube Vimeo. So you can have it just run like it's a giant, beautiful GIF, there's no controls, none of that. And that would be really nice. Like, this image here is great. And it's like a lifestyle image, and it spells out kind of the experience here. If it were, how much cool would that be? And it looks so professional and engaging. It keeps people on the site. I'm bullish on video. Even if it's just to make a 20-second video, you could do that on your iPhone. And yes, this should totally be a different color, you're right. And Shop Now is not an amazing call to action. It's okay. But, like, get your pair or shop styles. I don't know. That's something you probably want to split test, see what gets you a higher click-through rate.
Yeah.
Headed on down, we've got the 3 sunglasses here. So I think this is the totality of their product catalog, which makes life much easier. You're in a great spot. Your life is simplified when you only have a few products. And really, it's the same product with just a different color variation. What they could do, though, is we could skip having to go to a product page. You could embed the product right on this page and have it, like, where they just pick, because they're all the same price, and the only thing that's changing is the lens color. So what if we had a single product listing, color variant for the lenses, and then we embed the whole product right on this page? Now they don't have to go to a collection page. They don't have to go to a product page. We skip a whole lot of stuff. The more steps you can remove in the process, no matter how small, will almost always increase conversion. Let us head to and then this page gets here. We even have a video down here. So if you have a great video, this one's 54 seconds. Maybe there's like a cut down of this that would make sense. It's muted and looped in the background of that video up at the top. We got an explainer, and then this page gets maybe a little long. I like the idea that they have a safety nut down here, where it's like, all right, when you get to the bottom of the page, we still link back to the products. But this is a situation where I'd want to run Hotjar, and I'd want to do some scroll mapping. I want to see how far people get down the page. I want to see what's stopping them, where they're clicking, and maybe we could shorten this page up.
Also, the social proof element. There seems to be not too much social proof here. We've got the Instagram feed in the bottom, but maybe there's a way to add,
It's a relatively new product. I'm guessing that's why. But they do have product reviews. I submitted one. I said, hey, first and foremost, these are great sunglasses. And I would put, having like a pull quote on the page, maybe press logos. Oh my gosh, I love press logos. Send them to some influencers, get some quotes that maybe your audience might recognize the names. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I love it. And I like the product. I have a friend who I'm thinking I should probably buy these for.
Well, they're very, aside from the fun novelty aspect of it, they're actually very light, comfortable, and they're very chunky, and I like the style.
Yeah.
And I know these are, like, they have the FDA license or approval, so they're actually, they actually have UV protection.
Nice.
On this page, so I noticed we've got this cool background. It makes it really high style, but I suspect to do it, this image is a transparent ping. Even though Shopify converts all your product photos to WebP is not supported by Safari, so it's still going to fall back to a larger file size. And when you do a transparent file, even in WebP, it still increases the file size by about 20%. So unless you have a really, really compelling reason, I would in general avoid using transparent backgrounds on product photos. I'm not necessarily criticizing this site for doing that. That was just more general advice for uploading product photos. I like that we've got this subtitle to add some context here. I'm not sure how they added that. Maybe it's a meta field, maybe it's something clever. But I don't see a ton of sites doing this. And what's very clever here is that there's a minor SEO opportunity here where this could be an H1 and then this is your H2.
Should we then add sunglasses
or maybe that's
into the H1s?
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's quite the SEO missed opportunity there. We may want to refer to them as sunglasses.
Ice Ray's classic sunglasses, and because that's what we really want to rank for, even though it'll take a while for rankings to improve as a new site, and there's so many competitors, but eventually it'll be an important component.
So then we've got that same issue where this order now button, now it's a little more contrasty, but like even this reviews, that red color. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of dark or black. We'll call this one light black. It's a dark gray background on this call to action. And we've got this quantity thing. I would guess at $55 a pair, the vast majority of orders are going to be for a single pair. Maybe you get rid of the quantity selector, and then when they're in the cart page, they can do it. That's an easy optimization. That's another thing you could heat map to see how many people use the quantity thing. I'm not a super fan of accordion menus or tab descriptions simply because they hide info. I think accordion menus are probably better than tab descriptions for getting used, but figure in usability testing, and you can try it with heat mapping to figure it out pretty easily. But about 30% of people will never open the tabs. And like, for what reason? The entire purpose of that is just so they don't see the other styles, so that maybe they get to the reviews. I don't know. But merchants seem to love to hide. They go through all the effort of creating the details and then hide them from the merchant. Don't be afraid. You're not paying by the pixel with your website. People could scroll. It's okay, I promise. Especially on mobile. The other missed opportunity here for this, specifically as a Shopify store, is they should enable dynamic checkout buttons, right? Especially a product where most people are just going to buy one. A dynamic checkout button will let them use Apple Pay, Google Pay, etc.
Okay, is it the checkout?
I want to move on to the next one.
Or you're just saying add the checkout now button, essentially?
There's a Shopify supports a thing called dynamic checkout buttons. And what it does is it tries to add some form of express payment. So that could be Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal, or just like a quick buy button. Either way, what it does, it dramatically reduces the time to purchase. Another really easy win here. Well, here, see, like I clicked add to cart. Click here to check out. Here's another step I shouldn't have to do. It should just take me to the page and then ask me to check out. Okay, here, you don't want to do things that are atypical. Then, all right, it takes me to the checkout page. They forgot to style the checkout page. You would be amazed the number of Shopify stores that suffer from this problem. Shopify stores of all size. I wish the logo was here and these fonts and colors matched what we use in the site. It just gives it professionalism and a little more coherency. In your Shopify settings, there's a section called legal. You can add your refund policy and shipping policy there, and then those will appear as links down here in the footer next to the all rights reserved. I think it just adds like the slightest, barest bit of trust points with your customer. So I'd encourage you to check that out. Perfect. I know we're on limited time here, so I want to jump to...
Yeah, let's move to another one. One final
one that actually has subscriptions.
Yeah, we'll move to a subscription. One final thing I would say for Viceray specifically is you're going to want an upsell funnel. You're going to want a glass cleaning kit, and a couple other components that you might want to test.
Yes, you could increase the average order value by offering a couple accessories: sunglasses cleaner, and lens cleaner,
sunblock,
sunblock, yeah, baby, osmium, which removes smells from things like Febreze. Or a sunglasses case, and then that gives you can run sales where instead of having to discount your core product, you discount your accessories, or you say, well, like free gift with purchase, and then that way you don't get sucked into the discounting trap.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're listening to this and you're a subscription brand, there's still opportunity to create those upsell components on top as a single time purchase on top of purchasing the subscription. And so I think that's often a missed opportunity. And even when I was working for a Beauty Box subscription, we tried to figure out how we could upsell an additional product and then fit it into their regular subscription box, reducing on shipping costs. And so that's something that gets really fascinating and involves operations and marketing to come together.
All right, here we've got Big Island Coffee Roasters landing on the site immediately. It looks nice. It looks professional. It's branded. I appreciate that. I love it. This is much more traditional of a subscription business. Anytime you have a consumable good of any kind in your business, you should be asking, why am I not selling a subscription for this? And coffee is like such an obvious, easy example of that. So I wanted to make sure we did this one. The same problem, like you'll see this on so many stores. Up here, we've got this message bar that doesn't click anywhere. So it tells me about free shipping, and I wish it just sent me to the collection to start shopping. And it says limited time, free shipping on U.S. orders, discount international, love, stay well out there. All right, so that implies, I think, that we're vaguely addressing the bad thing that's going on in the world, but I would still spell it out. Like literally just, you don't have to mention the bad thing, but literally say, yes, we're still shipping. I think it's critical based on the consumer survey data I've seen. And that's what's driving a lot of people to shop off of Amazon is like super long shipping times. That's why they're moving away from big marketplaces like Amazon and Walmart. And that's your advantage against them, is just to update that, is to say, hey, we're still shipping. All right, scroll on down. Ooh, a drop-down menu. Depending on what theme this is, I'm not sure which. This very well could be Turbo by Out of the Sandbox. I would try doing a mega menu here. You've got this beautiful image and you have this beautiful packaging. Wow. And here we've got like 4 categories. This could work as a mega menu with 4 pictures of those products. That really, really helps sell it. Here we've got Wild Hawaiian Coffee subscription. You could try it like Amazon always calls it, subscribe and save. We know everybody shops on Amazon. So when you take patterns that Amazon uses, people immediately recognize them, and it short circuits the trust center of their brain because it becomes familiar. This layout is so clean. It is so pretty. Here we've got some social proof, and we've got these quotes. I think social proof is super important. I have never regretted adding social proof to a site. I would move this way up the page. And then we've got, I like that popular now, 2 words, and they've implied some social proof right there. I like that, popular now. I've also, I often use trending now. I picked that one up from Walmart. Trending now is a good one too. Popular now is good. I like that. Committing that one to memory. All right, here we go. We have a subscription box. I'm thrilled here. Here's another situation where we're really hiding the details on the product, right? There's so much, like, we've got this beautiful photo, but we don't see the packaging. Yeah, I've got the label, and then I could kind of see that we've got a little bit of the description there. The issue that
e-commerce, see the end product there, like the brewed coffee, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, well, I don't know if that's what people care about. I don't know enough about the product, but
I think it matters. I think they care. The issue that e-commerce has is people can't touch, taste, feel, smell, see the product. They can only view a photo of it and read a description. So you really want to be verbose and try and over communicate. And that's also, I think, where video has such leverage, where you could try to kind of communicate that experience. Maybe like some badging or tags here. Like, all right, we've got dark chocolate, rose, walnut, nutmeg, dense and full body. I don't know. Maybe there are ways to display that visually, those tasting notes. View product details. It would be interesting to have some of the product description on this quick form. I'd be curious how many people actually use this. But if I'm like a returning customer, maybe I don't think about it. I just know, like, yeah, this is great. I love these guys. I'm just going to blindly reorder it. And here, yeah, we call it subscribe and save, and you save 10%. That's great. Here we're telling me, one clever thing you could do is help people by saying, this would be a customization, but we did this for Harney.com, which is a big tea seller. And on their product listing pages, as you change sizes, it calculates out the price per cup. So you can the person can visually see the savings on a per cup basis on, say, buying 10 ounces versus 5 pounds. I bet a lot of people don't necessarily go for the 5 £5 up front and just like hang on to that because it's $165 up front. But if you spelled out for them, like, well, look how much you save per cup, then they'd probably do it.
I'm also thinking about shipping, like deliver every week. It's like, can we instead say deliver 4 times every 4 weeks? Like 4 times as much every 4 weeks?
Well, I want to see what Amazon does that's so clever is it'll tell you this is the typical range other people use. So you probably want to do that here. Like give them some guidance on it. Because that's it. Like that's any time I have to ask myself a question, I have to think about it. That's going to be a sticking point. So for me, like I'm really not sure how much coffee I would need and what an appropriate subscription would be. So if you could just give me the guidance and tell me, well, that knocks out that question. Now I'm potentially going to buy it. So when you're setting up these delivery times, try and default it to what's most typical, and then try and give guidance on what's most typical, some guideline. That will help.
Thank you so much.
Holbein, of course. I'm trying to.
Phil chimed in chat and said, suggesting subscribe and save as the default option instead of the one-time purchase.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Yes. Excellent. Good idea. What happens when I add this guy to cart? Let's move me. Here we go. Okay. When I like drawer carts, I think they're very cool, but drawer carts give you an opportunity. So what you could do is below this checkout button. Well, number one, I want my checkout button at the top as well as the bottom.
I can't actually.
I think that's an easy
right now.
Oh, it cuts off?
Yeah,
oh, no.
Well, because I have to like
it's at the bottom,
screen because the way I'm looking at your screen on Zoom. There.
So what you could, I like drawer carts because it makes it very obvious that I have added an item to cart, and it makes it very clear that what my choices are. I could close it to continue shopping, or I could click checkout. On the checkout button down here, easy optimization. If you add a little lock icon to it, it implies that it is secure checkout, which Shopify is. It's PCI level 1 compliant, so you could state that. On a drawer cart, I want to have that checkout button at the top and the bottom. I think that's an easy win. And you can use these, since most people have like 1 or 2 items in their cart, a drawer cart's a great opportunity to add some objection busting content. So like below this bottom checkout button, I'm spending $148. So you can have a little calculator that says, you qualified for free shipping. Great. That's 1 objection busted. Hey, what happens if I don't like it? Oh, you have a badge for your 100% satisfaction guarantee. Hate the coffee, just tell us, and we'll refund it and send you a different one. Or we'll send you a different one. That's probably how I'd handle it.
I think there was even an upsell opportunity the last time we did one of these. So to add
an upsell opportunity. Sell me on another one. Hey, did you want to try, like if you like this roast, you may like this other one. You like a sampler or taster portion or the 10 ounce, and maybe you offer it to them as a discount. The other thing you could do, like when you're selling a consumable good like this, is if I'm adding the 10 ounce to cart, try and upsell me on the 5 pound, and then do a true upsell where you replace the product as opposed to adding a product. That's such an easy win, right? 10 ounce. Hey, did you want to save, an average of X cents per cup? Upgrade to our 5 pound coffee.
I really love that cost per cup idea, because that's what, when you go into Safeway or whatever, they're showing you that. Costco really was great at showing you that. Yeah. And so everyone wants to see that now.
So then it's, here, look at this. So it said checkout. You always want to make sure your labels are accurate. So it said checkout. It didn't actually check out. It takes me to the cart page. So what I'd say, if we're doing that, we may as well not use the drawer cart. We should just redirect them to the cart page if we're not going to use it properly. There's nothing wrong with sending them to the cart page. Or alternatively, if it says checkout, send them to the checkout in the drawer cart.
And we've got a nice upsell here, and that could actually have been included.
Now we've got the upsell. So it could be that like this, so those drawer carts are JavaScript, whereas a cart page renders in Liquid once. It could be that they're forcing me here to this cart page to support this upsell. Get a random espresso bite with your order for just $5. I don't know about random. What if you called it like a sampler? Random doesn't sound good.
This is a good point.
Yes, please. So yes, I want to add it. And did it fail? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Just a minor hiccup there. So we've got this notes field and we've got the shipping thing.
It said for just
I
$5,
hate
but here it
shipping
says $8. Did you see that?
Yeah, it did tell me for $5 and now it's $8.
Uh-oh.
That's no good. There's a customer service issue there for you. So instead of this estimate shipping thing, which is annoying because if I fill it out, it's not going to carry through to the checkout page. I'm essentially putting in my address partially twice. I hate these things. I would get rid of this. This checkout button, I want to call attention to it. So I'd rename it Proceed to Checkout, make it much bigger. And under this total, well, it's not really a total, it's the subtotal. I would say you put a little calculator under here. So maybe you offer free shipping on orders over $50. You could, a little liquid statement like if cart value greater than 5000, then display free shipping. And then these gift note messages, unless you have a compelling reason, I would get rid of it. I think they just create confusion.
Maybe turn it into a hyperlink that can pull the pop-out down.
I like that as well, too. Like add a gift message.
It's funny because I don't see.
And then once we're in the checkout,
the sunglasses will probably be a gift, but this probably isn't a gift too often.
Right. Well, maybe. I don't know. I could see it potentially. They styled their checkout. Yes. We've got the logo up here, and we've got the CTA color matches. And we can see this is the recharge checkout, which replaces Shopify's. Supposedly, sometime in the future, it will be native into the Shopify checkout, but don't know when that is. Be cool when it happens. Mr. Derek, do we have time for another?
I wish we did. We're pretty much out of time here. We're already a few minutes over, but I want to make sure we give you the full 30. We could go on all day. I think we always run out of time with these and we had more people submit them in. Maybe we should maybe do another standalone. I know you did a standalone one of these pretty recently. We should maybe do another one just to catch some people up and tear down some more sites. Let's think. Big takeaways from both of us. Oh, what was that?
I said I'd be happy to assist with that.
We'll
the big takeaways is, number one, get someone else to look at your site and have you while you watch. And you could do that via screen recording or do it in person and tell someone, hey, can you hey, try and buy something on my site and let me watch over your shoulder. Or if you want to get really crazy with it, a couple times I've gone to the Starbucks across the street from my office and gone in there and said, and went to people, hey, you're in there with a laptop and you go, hey, I'm a web developer. Could I give you, I've got these $10 gift cards here. Can I give you a $10 gift card for you to just try to use a website I'm working on? And I only did this twice. Every single person said yes. It's a little weird, but it's an interesting outside the box approach. And obviously that doesn't work now, but
eventually we'll be allowed to see each other.
We'll be able to do that one again. But focus, like a lot of the stuff we talked about had nothing to do with design or development. It's largely around messaging and positioning and having clarity. So like really, people are on the site, they're not talking to a person, they can't ask questions. So make sure you've got, you answer, are we shipping or not? Yes or no. Make sure you're busting those objections. Make sure you show them some social proof. Make sure you remove unnecessary or extraneous elements, and then try and make sure the whole experience is branded and polished and professional. So make sure you style your checkout. I guarantee like 40% of the people attending are wondering if they've styled their checkout or not.
Yeah, they're going to go check. For sure. All right. Where can people learn more about Mr. Kurt Elster?
Google me. Check out kurtelster.com. You can sign up for my newsletter there. Check out my Now page, see what I'm up to. If you sign up for my newsletter and you reply to any of those emails with a thoughtful question, that's my real email. I will send you a thoughtful response. Perfect. Awesome. Kurt, thanks so much as always. We'll talk more later about how to get maybe some people some additional teardowns here in the future. And for everybody, this session will be in the on-demands as well, so you can kind of review it and take his insight and then go to your site and kind of apply that thinking yourself. I also think another big takeaway to me is those really simple upsell opportunities that happen through when you hit the add to cart button, when you hit the checkout button, when you go to the cart page. I feel like there's just an opportunity there pretty much all the time. Yes. Well, the efforts in, a lot of the expenses in acquiring the customer. And sure, right now, pay-per-click ads are down 15 to 20% on average. But it's expensive to acquire customers. Most brands live and die by customer lifetime value, not that initial purchase. So anything you can do to get average order value up and get repeat customer rate up, especially if you're on subscriptions where that average order value represents multiple subscriptions from someone, it is just a tremendous force multiplier on your business. So I would think about that one hard. Look for those, prioritize those opportunities.
Yeah, 100%. Awesome. Thanks, Kurt. We're going to go ahead and bring in our next speaker.